So say the word testosterone to any man, especially older men, and their mind instantly darts to problems down there. But of course, testosterone levels can also relate to other performance metrics, not just the ones in the bedroom.
Couldn't get it up.
So in this video, I'm going to do a home DIY testosterone test and then talk about my results. So this channel is obviously mine. I'm David, and the mindset here is you are never too old to be fit, motivated, and improving your lifestyle and choices. Firstly, I didn't know this, but men and women both produce testosterone, albeit in women it's in much smaller and lower doses than men. Testosterone production levels typically dip after the age of 30, a long time ago for me. And although mostly linked with sex drive, they can also affect bone and muscle mass and the way fat is stored in a man's body, and even red blood cell production. This is one of the contributing factors as to why us men get middle-aged spread.
Fatty.
If you get low testosterone, or sometimes known as low T, as it is called, then this can be linked to the following side effects. Decreased sex drive, we all know about that one. Less energy, weight gain, feelings of depression, moodiness, low self-esteem, less body hair, thinner bones, and if you're also into improving your fitness as you age, then obviously low T could really be making it difficult for you to get gains, and in turn the side effects we've just mentioned just cause a vicious circle. If you're new to my channel, talking about testosterone is just one of the interesting subjects we've covered here or will be covering in future videos. If you don't want to miss any of this spot on content, then please click on the subscribe button below, hit the thumbs up icon to like the video, and these all let the gods at YouTube know that at least one person thinks the content is worthy, and they may then suggest this video to others to watch. Well, firstly we need to establish what your testosterone levels are, and are they normal or are they contributing to any of the symptoms you're having. You can go to your doctor and ask for the test. However, in today's modern technological world, you can order in a home DIY test. I have used Thriva in the past for some standard metrics of B12, ferritin or iron levels, folate related to the hair, HbA1c, which is diabetes, and cholesterol, which is called the lipid profile, liver function, and vitamin D. What is good, especially for a numbers guy like me, is you can do trends and comparisons. I.e., I did a liver function test with Thriva way back in pre-pandemic January 2019, and I can see the results from then charted, showing whether my protein levels, for instance, has increased or decreased since then. Thriva then gives you small notes, sometimes linked to more lengthy articles stating what causes that particular metric to rise or fall, and what food or behaviours you can change to influence it. Now with any metrics like this, and also something like my Whoop, see my other video linked above, there is a temptation or an influence to change your behaviour for a particular day based on the results. For instance, if Whoop says to me in the morning, your sleep wasn't very productive, you're only 24% recovered, use today as a rest day. I don't have to pander to it all the time. If I feel okay, I will. If I'm not, I might train regardless. And the same goes for testosterone levels. I watched a video once where Matt Fraser, who was the 5 times fittest man in CrossFit, stated that he had a testosterone test, wasn't really interested in the results and only gave them a cursory glance over, but then noticed a small chart showing he had low T levels. At every competition or training session thereafter, he was always blaming his performances on this T level, and then later on he gave the results a proper read through, noticed that the chart he had seen was just an example of what a low reading would look like and wasn't actually his level at all, which was fine. Also of interest in this video is the long awkward pause when Savan, who is the host of the podcast, asked the two guys, who are both athletes, if they have had their testosterone levels checked.
Have you guys ever had your testosterone checked?
Yes.
Yeah, I have. Well,
there is a societal embarrassment with testosterone levels for men, as it could have repercussions with their libido and an inability to get it up.
Couldn't get it up.
Similar to how men's buttocks clench at the slightest mention of prostates.
We'll check your prostate.
But the test for testosterone levels is not as painful or as in-depth as a prostate exam. So I already had an account with Thriva, having used them in 2019. So online I went and summoned up another test kit, which was to check liver functionality, thyroid profile and testosterone levels, all for the princely sum of 48 quid. The kit arrived a couple of days later, and as you can see, it contains a pull-out part and inside are numbered sections. They contain alcohol swabs, nicely branded plasters, cleansing wipes, lancets to pierce the skin, collection tube or tubes, as depending on tests you choose they send you either 1 or 2 collection tubes, tube protective casing, labels and forms for return back to Thriva. Once the test is done, it all gets packaged back up into the original box and sent back to Thriva in a prepaid envelope. The actual test itself needs a bit of planning and takes around 30 minutes start to finish. It needs to be done fasted and best to do on a weekday for post, etc. So I did mine on a Tuesday morning first thing. You need to drink a couple of glasses of water to hydrate with, and they also recommend to drink more water the day before also. Open up the kit and get it all ready to go. You then need to have a bowl of warm water on hand and then do a couple of minutes of vigorous jumping jacks or exercise to get the blood flowing. You then stand up throughout the test process to allow gravity to assist with blood flow. Using one of the 3 supplied lancets to prick the corner of a fingertip, as it's supposedly less sensitive, massage your hand from palm to finger and catch the drips in the upright collection tube you placed earlier in the circular hole in the packaging box. I seem to be a clot. I know I don't mean stupid, as my blood last time and this time stops flowing fairly quickly, and I had to use a clean tissue to wipe the clot away to allow the flow to continue. There are lines marked on the collection tubes to show you have collected enough of the blood. If you can't extract enough anymore from that finger, this is where the other spare lancets come in and you can prick one of your other fingers and get blood from one of them instead. Once you have enough blood sorted, you cap the tube, swirl it around to mix it with the gel inside. The tube is then labelled and placed inside a protective cover, ready to be posted off. It all goes in the original box and then inside the prepaid postage bag. Drop it in the post box and await your results. You get an email notification as soon as the results are ready. In both cases, mine took a couple of days from start to finish at most. You can then either download the Thriva app or access the information on their website. The results come with a note from a qualified doctor who has read through a previous health questionnaire you filled in on their website and then compares that with the results of your test to give a relevant report which is specific to you, your diet and your behaviours. I have filmed myself accessing the iPhone app to show how easy it is to see the information. It's nicely laid out, clean and simple graphs show you colour gradient sections of where the levels are optimal, i.e. green, and then progressively worse levels, amber and then red. Alongside the graphs are information snippets about what the test is checking, how it impacts your body, and also what foods or behavioural modifications you can change to improve or maintain the results. And the results were, my testosterone levels were on point. Well, of course they were. I mean, look at me. I can no longer perceive any poor performance at gymnastics in CrossFit is down to low T and is instead down to low effort. If you like the look of a Thriva test, they also do many other different blood tests. The costs vary depending on the test you've selected. However, if you sign up using the referral code shown here, I will include it in the video description and above, you will get £10 off your first test. If you're also a bit squeamish about blood and don't like the idea of pricking yourself and extracting it, then they also have an option of attending a pharmacy and someone else there will extract it for you with an additional £40 fee on top for that purpose. If like me you like technology and its use with performance and metrics for sleep etc, then also watch my video linked above on sleep and the Whoop. Hope you like my insight into a DIY blood test and I'll see you in the next video.